Well, hello and welcome to GMODISM Total Narration. We are back here in Garrysmod and ACF and Turret a good while ago. So that's why we need to do a new tutorial that is talking about how to make an ACF turret in Garrysmod. Yes, so that's exactly what we will do. I'll show you how to make a nice ACF turret that not only has the regular stuff, I don't know what the regular stuff is anymore, but we can also, you can see here, we can click F and then we can select the range basically. So like back there, it can zoom in and it can fire and it does ballistic calculations, so it's pretty accurate and all that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, to do this tutorial you need ACF, oh no, wire mod, oh yes, and a few ships. Yep. You need a few ships, E2 ships to make these turrets. They are made by RDC, Red Deadly Creeper. I just threw in some basic settings in the turret ship, so it's easy to work with for new folks. And I'll provide these two ships for download in description. So he made very cool turrets, ship. Yep. The one ship is for the ballistic calculation that, you know, is very nice. And the other one is the turret ship, and they're both by RDC there, so that's nice turrets and all. Anyhow, of course you need wire mod and you know, probably S props if we use those props, maybe not. But that's basically that, so let's get into it. Oh, and you want to build this turret to the north, and in Garrysmod you spawn to the east, which means that that way is the north. So we shall keep that in mind. Oh no, we made a ghost. There we go. Right, so what do we need? We need to have the turret, tank ship, and if you don't know how to install ships, well then I have a tutorial on how to import ship code and Advanced Duplicator 2 code that you can use. If you want help with that. And the table generator might give you some errors about holographic stuff, and then we'll need to throw in some commands in the command line, which is allow holo model any, I think. Anyhow, if I remember that, I throw that in the description as well. And if I didn't do that, remind me if you get that error, that is. Anyhow, so here we have the turret ship, and then we also want the ballistic table generator. This thing will inject a little more code into the turret and say that, hey, you need to adjust your aiming to hit that target. So that's nice. Right. And what you need more is you need a cam controller. A camera controller should have following settings checked, which you can see here, by the way. If you go into this turret, you see cam settings, and that refers to the cam controller. So coordinates local to parent and client-side movement. Localized movement and client-side zooming should be unchecked. So we can see localized to parent, and we have client-side movement, and we have localized movement and client-side zooming unchecked. And the draw parent and draw player, it's nice to have checked, I think. And then we also have free movement. I have that checked because I think it was kind of slow to move around if that was unchecked, if I remember correctly. In any case, we need some kind of vehicle for controlling this turret. And well, we will be spawning a nice chair. Very nice. In the cam controller, you right click on the cam controller and on the seat, and they are magically linked. Fantastic. We also need a pod controller. So yes, you link that the same way, which I guess you do know. Alright, so in any case, we need to choose a gun, and well, what gun should we choose? There are a lot of guns. In any case, you can choose if you choose a weapon like a mortar, you will get something with pretty low, what is it? You know, it gets very velocity speed. If you have low velocity speed, you will have more use of the ballistic table generator. If you have something with very high velocity, you can actually just skip to use that feature. But because we'll show it off, I guess we'll throw up a little howitzer here for our turret. We'll make a small howitzer turret. And we can select on the ammo then later if we don't want it to move especially fast and all. Now this is a little bit special with this turret chip. The main reason for using this turret chip over some other previous turret chips is that this one causes a lot less lag. So RDC is very fanatic about using chips that don't strain servers too much, which is good for the servers. So basically, the main good thing with this turret, except from it that we can inject a ballistic table generator and then get very accurate long-range shots, is that it's easy on the system, your system, and the servers. But it requires a little bit weird way to set up. Oh yes, you need ball socket center too. You need ball socket center. I think that's on the workshop nowadays. Anyhow, it's in my collection on Steam. You find more instruction how to get it there. Anyhow, minimum, maximum. I'll just put this to full movement, so everything is they can move in any direction. And it's important that, yes, it looks good. Yeah, exactly. We don't want any friction either. So just click this and then click the base. We now have this thing moving around. Anyhow, it can be a little bit tricky if you want to use axes to set this up, because if you do use axes when setting this up, then it needs to be in the exact center, and then you'll probably need to use precision alignment, otherwise your turret will be slightly wobbly. So I do recommend anyone to just use ball socket as center and then put props on top of this to make it, protected. We'll do that later. Anyhow. Oh, we also need a weld latch. We won't, because that will make so that the turret doesn't flop around or the cannon doesn't flop around when it's deactivated. I think it's even written in the instructions that weld latch is mandatory. I mean, you can skip it, but your cannon will aim strange ways. Anyhow, then we have this E2 graphics processor, EGP version 3. You want to select screen type to HUD. That's what you want to do. Very nice. So we put that down here too, and right click that and right click the HUD, and then when we get in there, it will be nice. Alright, so let's get our wiring tool. And then we have gun ready, on ready, gun lock, on, oh, this is the key that, oops, wrong thing. Gun lock is the key that will lock and unlock your turret, activate and deactivate your turret. I set that to R key. Lace key is the key that will make it so that it detects the range from the gun, and thereafter it will calculate the angle for the cannon to get, how to say, adjusted to hit the target. Because it doesn't shoot straight, it shoots in a curve. So that's why. So you need to click lace when calculating for a new distance. And I choose to have that on light key, which is F. Also, if you don't use the ballistics table generator for your turret, you can completely skip this lace key. Alright, zoom in. Now I clicked the wrong one. Zoom in will be next weapon. Zoom out will be previous weapon. That is your scroll wheel. Alright, gun goes to gun. Active goes to pod controller active. Aim position goes to hit position on the camera controller. So this is something I messed up when I pre-built this before to test it out. I put aim position to advanced pod controller, but then it will be kind of offset, so it won't be from your camera angle, it will be from your seat angle, and that will make you miss your target by like a meter or whatever you're trying to shoot. So that's why you want to have aim position to camera controller. I know they look the same. It's kind of annoying, but yes. So cam controller. This one is going to be activated on the pod controller, by the way. So when we get into this thing, oh lords, it's activated. Very nice. Yeah, so the cam controller activates from when you enter the pod controller. Very nice. Then we have the base. This is the base of the turret, the base of your build, and from the base, your camera position is calculated. So you don't even have to use your base as your base. Actually, if you want to use your gun as base, that works too. Okay, we have camera on this wire link here. And LV position goes to the LV position of the ballistic table generator. So this one is the thing that adjusts the angle. And well, if you don't use the ballistics table generator, ignore that. EGP goes to the EGP thing. And gun goes to gun. Gun ready goes to ready. Alright, very nice. Then we have weld, which activate on the weld thing goes to latched, and that will lock up our turret when aiming around. Whoops. Any case, if we unfreeze this thing and get in, I thought the camera was a little bit strange there, and now I realized that free movement apparently wants to be unchecked, so you can just click that and update this thing. Anyhow, while we're on it, we might as well link up some ammo. So we just want to check what type of thing we choose, and we chose a 105mm howitzer. So we go in here. Well, this is the wrong one, isn't it? ACF menu, here we go. I was at custom. And then we go to ammo, and let's have a high explosive one for why not? Medium cube thing, maybe. Also, we need to find it up. 105. It's important. It's the right one. HW. There we have it. And then and then we actually need to select the exact type Okay, that's good enough. We need to select the exact configuration of this bullet. So usually what I do is I drag this up and then I drag projectile length to max, and then I draw heat to max, and then, like, you see what I did there? Then I get very max heat filler. These sliders are strange. So begin with just dragging projectile length to max, then you drag filler to max, then you drag this to max again, and control this is actually the max volume. Then you go to the left of this thing here, so we can slowly drag so that we can see that the muzzle velocity gets maybe, you want it to maybe at least 200, I would think, but I want to make sure we really recognize the difference with a table gen, so that's what we're gonna do. Pop down the ammo there, right click the gun and then the ammo, and then it's linked. Very nice. Then we just go down to wire and we activate this on the pod controller, so it's active when this is active. The table gen needs to be kind of updated before it works, so we need to just copy this thing, shift right click to area copy with advanced duplicator to the only duplicator you can use. Whoops. And then you just spawn it here, unfreeze the whole thing and jump in. Now we see that our camera is kind of in the middle of the base plate, because as I said before. And then when we click R, we can see this cannon now aims around. Of course, our aim is horrible, so we need to fix that. And how do we fix that? Well, we do some extremely light coding. Going here, you scroll down and you will find camera offset gun sight, and well, to get the camera offset we will set this to 10 for this one and offset 5 as it was before. I can just show you. What happens if we do like this? We take, what is it? Base, and we select the base to the gun itself. Then our aim is suddenly here, and when we zoom in, we get kind of a little bit inside the gun. So this doesn't really work. This one, and we're gonna hook up fire to pod controller, mouse 1. Very nice. We just get in and we just do a nice reload. Oh, just click mouse 1 to load it. So then we will load it then. So if I click F here, it is calculating the distance. You can see, very nice. Just like that. And we can zoom in by scroll wheel, zoom out by scroll wheel, and get these nice angles. So let's do like this. We scroll here and yeah, we have a position, and we just fire. Very nice. So you can see it kind of changes the angle when loading, so that's fun. And just let's select there, and we'll just lock the gun too, so we can look in another position. And just click fire. Very nice. Yeah, I guess that's basically how to make a little turret like this. And we'll just add some more like details and stuff. It's pretty damn accurate, which is cool. And this one actually, you know, it's welded and all, so or it should be, yes it is, which is nice. Did I forget something important? There was some reason, well, you might want to have the gun base connected to your base, but I don't remember it right now. RDC knows, he wrote the code. In any case, oh yeah, maybe you want to be able to arm your gun, make a cannon tower. And well, I recently got my hand on this ship, and RDC insists on using precision alignment, which is a good tool if you want to use that. But I can show you some pretty basic arming you can do on the turret, because when you parent stuff, it will get non-physical. It will still be calculated by ACF engines and so you will still have to drag more armor, but it won't be calculated the same way for like actual physics. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know that, you can hold C, right click and body groups, and you can add a little muscle brake, and we can have a short loading tray, and we can have a double under loading hydraulics. Very cool. In any case, we just throw down a random add gate, just a gate to put our armor on. And oh, before I forget that, you can actually make a little, if you want to have ammo indicator, there is like E2 chips and code for that too, of course, but if you just want to have a little simple indicator, then we can do like this. We write in HUD, and we have a HUD indicator, and then we have HUD style. Select that to, I don't know, I like the semicircle. And then A value is 0 and B value is, you need to check this for every ammo box you make. So yeah, 24. It's not like the most sophisticated way, but yeah, I like this. And just like that, let's go see here. Let's go see here. Material, HUD style. Description. Yeah, we can write in. No. Whoops. That's wrong. There we go. Ammo. Cool. Don't show value. Alright. And then we'll just pop down this here. And then we can go to wiring tool. See where that is. And A is mentions. And then we, let's see here. We need to go back to the HUD there. Let's see if we need to put it on. Allow HUD. Oh, there it is. You see this little thing here? Show in my HUD. I totally didn't see that. So here we have an ammo. Perfect. And if you don't want to go around and look at this all the time, well, then you need to select a not gate. Oh, not invert logic. There we go. We'll just pop that down here. And then we go to wire, and we say HUD is not active, which means it will stop hiding itself when we pop in this one. Very cool. And if we go in here and we'll unlock this turret, and we are going to boom, you can see it ticked down one step. Very nice, kind of expected. Oh, and I can show this before we go on. You can go in the ship here. There is a lot of things you can change here, so you can look around a little bit more in detail here yourself. But here you see elevation and depression. Elevation is how high up you can, how high up in the y-axis you can aim. Depression is how much down, when 0 degrees is horizon, you can aim down basically 30 degrees, and you can spin all around. So you can basically limit this to, I don't know, be a little machine gun for a tank or something too. You can use this turret ship for, if you like to. Just good to know, if you want an anti-air cannon, you probably want this to 89, almost 90. Alright. Now I think that... Oh, and if you realize that your placement of your cannon isn't the best, you can just... now we need to do like this. We deactivate the weld latch temporarily. Then we go to ball socket center, click right click on this, click R, I mean reload on this one, and it will deattach. And we'll just elevate it a little bit more, very nice. Then we'll go with the ball socket and ball socket it again. So it's pretty easy and nice to move around. You don't have to do very many things. And when you're happy with your placement, you can again connect this one to latched. Alright, so here we go. So now this is not the best anti-air cannon, but if it was that, we could aim almost, oh god, the camera gets very sad, almost straight up. I'm just gonna lock it here to prove it. Very nice. Okay, so making that armor. Well, what you do is, I'm just going to make a very simple armor plate. Bam! No, that's too ugly. A very simple armor plate. Yes, perfect. This one, exactly. Like that. And we'll just go here. We're gonna collide it with this thing. And we're gonna put it like that. Now this is probably the most simple thing you can do, but it's better than nothing. It can be made a little bit nicer looking, I guess, but well, like that. And then you just go to ACF armor properties. Now I'm just gonna prove, now let's see here. This is now 4 tons heavy. It's far too much for this thing. It shouldn't be this. Let's have some lesser docility. It's not especially much lighter. Okay, 2000. We can make this pretty heavy too, by the way, because we want the base to be heavy. This weighs, oh god damn it, the menus really suck. It's so impossible to, okay, whatever. Let's just check the weight too. Here you can see, it's 1480. So it's nice that the base is heavier than your gun, of course. Anyhow, that said, go to physical, no, not physical, go to multi-parent. Then we can uncheck the set weight, because otherwise it will remove all your armor. Disable collisions, it's already collided to the turret, so I mean. And then we right click on this gate here. So now our turret has magically gotten some armor on it. Very nice. You can unfreeze this whole thing, now we're a little bit more balanced, so we can experience recoil. Now of course our armor is messing a little bit with our aiming capabilities, but that's normal for armor to do. Oh well. I thought the recoil would be worse. Never mind. And of course this will stick with a gun wherever you aim. Now I will try something I haven't tried before, but it should work. So we'll basically do like this. We remove that armor piece, and we are going to make a kind of cannon tower design out of this. So we'll try to pretend this is in the middle. And we're going to, we're going to make a little tower. And we're just going to no collide this to anything. Strap it straight there. Something like that should be working. Just protect the, I don't know, imaginary base of the turret. Then we can add the this like it will just be the like rotational thing, and then we can add some other piece on top of the cannon itself. But well, it's a bit limiting in that we need to use ball socket center. It needs to be balanced for this efficient turret to work, like this efficient code, to not waste CPU power. So we need to do, you know, we need to use ball socket center, so we can't have the pivoting point anywhere, which is why you might need to use precision alignment a little bit, if you want to have a little bit more advanced turrets settings, that is. Anyhow, I don't know if this will work, but we will try. I think it will. Anyhow, axis center. Click this on the side, like on the top side, somewhere like that. It basically is a wheel now. Wheel, no, it's a wheel. And then we're going to go to ball socket center, and I'm just going to spawn 2 prototype props here to figure out exactly what of these axes I need to change. We want to, where is my slaver settings? Did someone, oh no, this is ball socket center. Ball socket advanced, go to ball socket advanced. Then you go to slaver, which is minimum negative 0.05 and maximum positive 0.05 for all axes. Free movement checked. Now, I think this is the Z axis we want to give free movement. We'll see. So if I... Okay, I was wrong. But maybe. If we do like this. See if there is any difference. No, okay, this is... Yeah. Yeah, okay, I see. Right. Z-axis is the only one we want to keep. Then we have, is it Z? I think maybe X. We might getting some weird issues if we don't give it free space to wobble a little bit in the side. So, yeah, probably good idea, because the ship holds the turret cannon upright, by the way. And also ACF guns have ups and down. They are spawned with upside up and downside down. So keep that in mind. Some it tries to keep the turret straight up, so I think it won't work if you try to mount it upside down. It might. I just haven't tried, but yeah. Anyhow, if we would link these up, then, oh yeah, precisely, it can move like that. I'm sure you understand where we're going with this. We use our slaver, but with X and Y free, like that. We'll just copy this if something goes terribly wrong. Exactly. So now we can see that it's good if the ball socket center is actually a little bit more in the center than we put it kind of in the center, so try to put it you know, it can be tricky to get kind of exactly what is center. An easy way to do that is a little bit trial and error. You can do like this basically if you're lazy. You can do it like this, try it out, remove the weld latch altogether, and just for this testing period, and then reattach it. And then you see, you can move this to the middle of the base plate, perfect, or the middle of the center prop. And then when you've done that, you go the other direction and do that like 3 times, and it's basically in the middle. We could also use some fancy code. I think I have it somewhere. Let's see here. Mass center, I think it's called. I put it under the ships, of course. Here we have it. Mass center, or moved it here rather. And then we'll just... oh, it's the entire contraption. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. So we'll do like this. Then we need to do this anyways. Okay. Weld latch, and then we go to this one. We make sure that is freezed. We remove the ball socket center. We go to the advanced, and there we go. Here we have mass center. Very nice. I can include that ship too. I uploaded it before. But then we can roughly see where the mass center is. The mass center is where where it will go. So here we can see a little bit more that direction. Okay, that's good enough. Remove that. Go back here. Wire back up that... okay. If I'm making a tutorial, I should at least do it properly. We're helplessly lazy. Okay, so latched. Great. There we go. And there we go. Now we can see... oh, right. Of course. When we remove ball sockets center, we also remove ball socket advanced by clicking R. So we need to reattach our little weird slaver here. And here we have it. We have kind of a cannon tower. So I'm just going to put back some like some prop here. Let's see here. I'll just, oops. We'll just aim straight like that. And then we can, yeah, why not? Can do like this. Whoops. Now this will be strange, never mind. Oh yeah, of course, we can do like that. And just make something basic here. Perfect, and then we take this thing. Oh, this might look like shit. Anyways, here we go. We just strap it in there. Throw up some... oh, this needs to be armed. Let's set this to, I don't know, 69. Nice number. Oh shit, that's too heavy. Docility, very... no, too much. Oh yeah, that kind of... oh yeah, it's a round prop, so it's very strange. Any case, and anyhow in a combined word. Very impressive. Then we select this thing and just we just parent this to yeah. And if we want more props on the turret base, you know what we do then? Well, pretty basic. Go to gates, spawn a gate, and we parent things. I'm just going to do that to prove my point. Because we don't want a lot of welded stuff on there. So, like this for example, if we just do here. Disable collisions. And there we go. So we want as many props as parented. So if we want more on the turret base, we just do like this. And we take that, whoops, multi-parent, select that one, hook it up there, go to armor, select a nice armor configuration suitable for that need. And here we go. Actually, this turret is less ugly than I thought it would be. Let's see how the aiming... Ooh, now we did something funny. Interesting, very interesting. Oh, right, I finally found a fix. I kind of messed up the build a little bit. But what you do is you remove the current constraints there. We'll go and spawn them as center here so we can get the better estimation. Won't be super exact, but it's nice. It's nice if it works. Come on. There we go. Somewhere like that. Perfect. Then we can remove that. Then we go to tools and we go to ball socket center. Settings as before. Click that and then click the base. And it now moves around the domes. It now moves around its own axis. Then we go to slaver and sets to slaver settings, but X minimum and X maximum should be free to move. And then we just click the that thing. And then when we go back here, the turret is limited and bounded a little bit more rigidly. And by the way, we also want to connect up that thing, the latch. And then we can, let's make it, just use a prop that will be useless, but just for testing, because we want weight on this thing. And then we see it there, we put it like that. We are going to, now I just want it transparent, just for us to see, but I still want it to be heavy. I know, it's weird. And then we go here, parent it to the gate there. Armor properties, how heavy is this? Now 300, I mean, whoops, around 1,000, very nice. We put that one to, where is it now? 3,000 too much, but well. And then we go, we unlock it here. And then we can see, of course, having the turret ring around us being heavy does create some inertia, for sure. But anyhow, we seem to have a pretty stable turret. So then we can basically aim it up, lock and load, and fire. Very nice. Okay, aim and fire. Bam. Well, well, well. A little workaround there in the end, but you know, that's only if you want to make this two-parted turret construction without using precision alignment. I just don't have time to learn it. But if you're new into Garrysmod and you want to get into advanced building, I can recommend precision alignment to you. I can't teach you to use it though, because I don't have it, but it's the only tool you need to have if you want to make really, really convincing replicas and like very, very, very precision things. Anyhow, I hope this tutorial has been to your enjoyment, and I'll see you next time. And well, happy building. Ask in the comments if anything. This is GMODISM Total Nerdery Channel, officially signing out.